We have an exceptional Shabbat, Be'ezrat Hashem, as we will celebrate Hanukkah, Rosh Chodesh, and of course Shabbat Kodesh. Many have tried to connect the holiday of Hanukkah to Parashat Mikess, this week's Parashat. And today I want to share with you a new idea. You may know that we follow the Shita of Bet Hillel. On the first night of Hanukkah, we light one candle, on the second, two, and then we go on until the last day of Hanukkah with 8 candles. This concept, says the Gemara, is called Ma'alin Bakodesh Ve'en Moridin, which means that when it comes to holiness, we always strive and aim to go higher and higher as we go on. If you think about it, in a very simple fashion, Yosef HaTzadik, the hero of Parashat Mikess, and I would say the role model of what we call the Tzadik in the Torah, is all about it. Yosef in Hebrew means to add. Yosef Hashem li ben acher. To add more and more and more. And Yosef at the same time is also the symbol of success. He goes from Bira Amikta, from the depth of darkness, after 12 years in jail, to become the viceroy of Egypt for 80 years. How does that work? How did it make happen? And I would like to go back to the Midda of Harissut. We explained last week that Yaakov Avinu comes from the word Akev. Akeviyut in Hebrew means consistency, which is a character of Harissut. And Yosef HaTzadik is definitely that consistency as well. He's consistent in his emunah in HaKadosh Baruch Hu. He is consistent in Hirat Elokim, to make sure not to sin. He is a very consistent person. He does not fall. He stays on track. And when we have consistency, then we have growth. Then we have success. This is why the Torah says, Ele Toledot Yaakov Yosef. The Toledot, meaning the consequences, the outcome of Yaakov, of a person who is Aikvi, who is consistent in his life, Yosef. Yosef means he will grow. He will add more success on the personal level, on the professional level, and of course on the spiritual level as well. So if Yosef is that example of consistency in life, the question is, how do we get like Yosef? How do we get consistent? How do we make sure to stay on course, to not get distracted? And I think that the answer is once again in the Midda of Harissut, as Rabbi Israel Salanter describes the Harissut with Shkida, consistency, but also Regesh. Regesh is emotions, feelings. We explained so many times that Yaakov Avinu is a person who feels everything. Yaakov Avinu cries so many times in the Parashiyot that we meet him. Tears of joy, tears of pain, tears of emotions. This is who Yaakov is. He lives his Torah. Yaakov ishtam meyoshev ohalim. He's a person who is whole. He's not playing games. He's not a robot. When he does something, he does it all the way. And guess who inherited this midah? Yosef. Yosef also is very emotional. We see through the Parashat of this week, in Parashat Mikess, how many times he's going to cry. How many times he has to hold his emotion because it's too hard for him. Yosef is a very consistent person. He's a very strong person. But the truth is that this comes after living a life of Torah with feelings. When we transpire our Avodat Hashem through emotions, it sticks, it stays. And we do this in so many ways. When we sing, and even when we cry, when the emotions reflect, when the emotions are seen and felt, the people around us are automatically inspired. They are automatically changing their ways as well. And that is how the Midda of Harissut leads us to the success of Yosef HaTzadik. On the night of Hanukkah, each night of Hanukkah, we have a chance to emulate the same exact Midda. Following the model of Bet Hillel, of Ma'alin Bakodesh Ve'en Moridin, we remind ourselves that it's just about consistency. We add some more light, just one extra tiny light each night, and we come already to almost the end of holiday with 8 lights, and we ask ourselves, how did we get there? Well, that is the power of Torah with feelings and emotions. Just like that fire that starts with just a little candle and then spreads and is contagious and it's warm and it's beautiful. May HaKadosh Baruch Hu help us take with ourselves the energy of the beautiful holiday of Hanukkah, to take those nerot with us, to make sure to be continuing in the same trajectory of Ma'alin B'Kodesh Ve'en Moridin. And Be'ezrat Hashem, we should see Yeshuot, Nisim Ve'Niflaot. Amen. Ken Yehi Ratzon. Shabbat Shalom, Chodesh Tov, and Hanukkah Sameach.